Imagine someone loving you so deeply that your age doesn't matter, yet what they reveal next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about connection. They've seen past your years, past your experience, into the very essence of who you are. But there's a twist you'd never expect, something that will flip your understanding of love itself. We often measure love in ways we can see: dates, gifts, milestones, but some love is quieter, deeper, invisible to the eye, and it transcends numbers and societal expectations. Imagine someone recognizing the hidden layers of your personality, the dreams you hide even from yourself, and choosing to stay wholeheartedly. That kind of connection can awaken a reflection in you, who you truly are beneath the masks, beyond the years, beyond the judgments. And yet, the twist isn't in the love itself. It's in what this love reveals about your own capacity to be seen, to be known, and to transform. If you're touched by the idea that love can see beyond age, hit like and share this video. Comment below if you've ever experienced a connection that changed how you see yourself, and subscribe for more insights into the deeper mysteries of human relationships. Imagine for a moment that someone looks at you and sees not your age, not the number of years you've walked this earth, but the depth of your being. Most of us are conditioned to believe that age defines our worth, that our experiences, our desires, even our capacity to connect, are bound by time. But what if there was someone who didn't care about that? Someone who recognized that true connection is not measured in birthdays or milestones, but in understanding, presence, and resonance? Age is often seen as a barrier. We compare ourselves to others. We measure our achievements against an invisible clock. And in love, society tells us that certain ages should align with certain types of relationships. But when someone truly connects with you, they see beyond these limits. They see your essence, your hopes, your fears, your silent struggles, and your quiet triumphs. And in this recognition, there is an intimacy that surpasses the superficial rules of time. This kind of connection challenges everything we think we know. It asks us to question our own judgments about ourselves and others. When someone values you for the person you are beneath the surface, it becomes less about what you've done or how old you are, and more about the exchange of understanding, trust, and authenticity. There is a beauty in that, a realization that love can exist in its purest form, unburdened by societal expectations. And yet, there is a subtle tension here, a twist that makes this story compelling. Because even when someone's love transcends age, we are often unprepared for the depth of what that means. Their perception of us can reflect aspects of ourselves we have ignored or denied. Sometimes the person who sees us so clearly also holds up a mirror, revealing both our shadows and our light. And in this reflection, we may feel vulnerable, yet profoundly alive. It's a reminder that true connection is rare, and it cannot be dictated by time. Someone who loves beyond age invites you into a space where growth, curiosity, and understanding replace judgment, where the soul matters more than the calendar. In their presence, age becomes a trivial detail, almost invisible, overshadowed by the richness of being seen and accepted. So the next time you find yourself doubting whether you are too young, too old, or too anything for someone's love, remember this: the depth of a connection is not measured in years. It is measured in the courage to truly see and be seen, and in the willingness to engage with another human being at the level where time no longer holds meaning. True love is timeless, and when it finds you, it changes everything, not by the number of years, but by the weight and authenticity of understanding. Sometimes love arrives in ways we do not anticipate. It's quiet, subtle, almost imperceptible at first. You may think someone's interest in you is casual or fleeting, measured by the usual markers of affection, small gestures, polite attention, or shared moments. But then, in a way that surprises you, you realize they are seeing something far deeper, not the surface, not the age or the appearances, but the essence of who you are. This kind of love is unexpected because it breaks the patterns we have come to expect. We are trained to think that people love us for what is visible, for what society can recognize and approve. But when someone perceives the depth of your soul, the complexity of your thoughts, and the nuances of your feelings, it is entirely different. It's not about whether you fit a profile or meet a timeline. It's about resonance, a subtle acknowledgement that your inner world matters as much as your outer presence. The fascinating thing is how startling this can feel. We are used to being judged by what we show, by how we appear in public, or by how appropriate a relationship seems on paper. But when someone looks beyond all of that and chooses to connect with the core of who you are, it challenges every assumption you have about love and affection. Suddenly, the conventional rules about age, timing, social expectations fade into insignificance. This unexpected affection has a quiet power. It allows you to relax, to lower the masks you wear, and to be seen without performance or pretense. It invites authenticity, encouraging a level of vulnerability that can feel both frightening and liberating. And yet, it carries a subtle twist. By seeing the depth of your soul, the person may also reveal your own blind spots. You begin to notice parts of yourself that were hidden or perhaps neglected, and in that recognition, you start to grow. True affection does not demand or dictate. It simply perceives. It acknowledges who you are, where you've been, and even where you are hesitant to go. And the most unexpected part, that kind of love can arrive from someone you might have never imagined, someone who defies the typical expectations you carry in your mind. So, if you ever encounter someone who genuinely sees you, not your age, not your circumstances, but your inner life, cherish it. This is rare. This is transformative. Unexpected affection reminds us that love is not about conformity or predictability. It is about depth, presence, and recognition. And when it touches your life, it changes your understanding of what connection truly means, leaving you both startled and profoundly grateful. True love is often quieter than we imagine. It doesn't announce itself with grand gestures or loud declarations. Instead, it observes, listens, and perceives. It notices the subtle pauses in conversation, the hidden tensions behind a smile, the silent hopes that words never capture. Real love goes beyond the surface. It understands what is unspoken, what is tucked away in the corners of the heart, and what is sometimes too vulnerable to share. Many of us live life carrying parts of ourselves that remain unseen. Our fears, insecurities, dreams, and past experiences shape us, yet they often remain unexpressed. We wear masks to navigate the world, believing that others see only what we allow. But someone capable of true understanding can sense what lies beneath, without you needing to articulate it. They read between the lines, noticing the energy behind your actions, the patterns in your choices, and the emotions you try to hide. This depth of perception is transformative. When someone sees the unspoken in us, it validates the very existence of those hidden layers. It creates a sense of intimacy that is rare and profoundly grounding. Suddenly you realize that you are not simply being observed or evaluated. You are being understood, and in being understood, you find freedom, because the weight of having to explain, justify, or perform lifts from your shoulders. But there is more to this depth than comfort. True understanding challenges you. By recognizing your unconscious drives, the subtle fears, unacknowledged desires, and habitual reactions, someone who truly loves you invites reflection and growth. You begin to see yourself as you are, not only as you present yourself to the world. And this is not always easy. It requires honesty, humility, and courage. Yet the reward is extraordinary. Love that perceives deeply does not merely hold space for you, it illuminates the paths within you that you may not have explored, the corners of your psyche that yearn for acknowledgement and transformation. In essence, this kind of love is both a mirror and a light. It reflects your authentic self back to you, while also highlighting the potential you may not have recognized. It reminds you that relationships are not solely about companionship or shared activities. They are about resonance, recognition, and mutual awareness at the deepest level. So, if you encounter someone who truly perceives the unspoken within you, cherish it. This is rare, subtle, and profoundly meaningful. It is the kind of love that does not merely exist on the surface, but penetrates the layers of your being, recognizing the full complexity of who you are. In this space, age, circumstances, and appearances fade into insignificance. What matters is that someone sees the real you, and in that recognition, you discover the power and depth of love itself. Love, in its most profound form, often carries surprises. You may feel secure, confident even, in the way someone cares for you, assuming you understand their intentions. Yet, the deeper the connection, the more likely there is a twist, a revelation about their feelings, their motives, or even their perception of you, that catches you off guard. This is not deception, nor is it betrayal. Rather, it is the unpredictable nature of genuine human connection, where emotions and insights are layered, subtle, and sometimes beyond immediate comprehension. The twist arises from the depth of their understanding. Someone who truly sees you, not merely your outward appearance or social identity, but your internal landscape, may respond in ways you never anticipated. Their gestures, words, and actions may reveal insights about you that you were unaware of, reflections of your hidden strengths, vulnerabilities, or even contradictions. And when these revelations appear, they can be startling because they touch parts of your psyche that you may have kept secret, even from yourself. This surprise is part of the magic. It reminds us that love is not a simple equation or a predictable pattern. No matter how long we know someone, no matter how familiar they may seem, their perception of us can always introduce new layers of meaning and depth. A glance, a question, or a quiet observation can suddenly illuminate aspects of yourself you had overlooked or ignored. The twist is not in undermining your confidence, but in expanding your awareness, revealing that connection with another person is never merely transactional, it is transformational. At first, this kind of twist may feel disorienting. You might question your assumptions, your feelings, or the very foundation of your relationship. But the deeper truth is that this surprise is a gift. It encourages self-reflection and growth, reminding you that authentic love is dynamic, alive, and capable of evolving as both individuals continue to explore each other's inner worlds. And there is something quietly beautiful in this unpredictability. It mirrors life itself, complex, non-linear, and rich with nuance. When someone's intentions or feelings surprise you in ways you did not anticipate, it challenges the comfort of certainty and invites curiosity, wonder, and a deeper engagement with your own emotions. So when you experience this kind of twist in love, do not resist it. Embrace it. Recognize it as a sign that the connection goes beyond surface-level affection or convenience. It is a profound dialogue between two souls, revealing hidden dimensions of both individuals. And in this revelation, you discover not only the depth of the other person's love, but also the depth of your own capacity to feel, to trust, and to be seen in ways that transcend expectation. Sometimes, the most powerful effect of love isn't in what the other person does for you, It's in what they reveal about yourself. When someone loves you deeply and genuinely, they offer a mirror, reflecting not just your outward traits, but the essence of who you are. And in that reflection, you may begin to see truths about yourself that have long been hidden or neglected, especially regarding your own self-worth. It is natural to measure ourselves against standards, expectations, or past experiences. We carry judgments about our abilities, our appeal, our value as individuals. Often these judgments are quiet, subtle, and deeply internalized. But when someone chooses to love you wholly, despite everything, they challenge these assumptions. Their love doesn't depend on your perfection, your achievements, or your conformity to societal norms. It depends on your being, your authentic self. And that realization can be profound. This kind of love awakens reflection. You begin to ask yourself, do I see myself as they see me? Am I aware of my own value? Or have I been blinded by doubt? The answers may surprise you. Perhaps you realize you've underestimated yourself, or that fear has prevented you from embracing the fullness of your life. Love, in this sense, becomes a teacher. It gently exposes insecurities, illuminates self-doubt, and invites you to confront the ways in which you have diminished your own worth. The most striking part of this experience is how subtle it can be. It is rarely a dramatic revelation. More often, it's in the quiet moments, the way someone listens without judgment, the way they acknowledge your perspective, or the simple act of their unwavering presence. Each of these moments accumulates into a mirror, showing you parts of yourself that you may have ignored, forgotten, or undervalued. And with this awareness comes choice. You can resist it, clinging to old doubts and fears, or you can allow yourself to embrace the truth that your worth is inherent, recognized, and deserving of love. The process is both humbling and liberating. You begin to see that love is not a prize to be earned, but a recognition of what has always existed within you. Ultimately, self-reflection sparked by love transforms more than your understanding of relationships. It reshapes your relationship with yourself. It encourages you to nurture your own soul, acknowledge your strengths, accept your vulnerabilities, and embrace the entirety of your being. And in that embrace, you realize something extraordinary. The love someone offers is not only about them, it is a catalyst for you to fully recognize, honor, and claim your own value. Love that transcends age or societal expectation is rarely simple. Even when two people share a deep, authentic connection, the world around them often reacts with skepticism. Friends, family, and even strangers may question the relationship, scrutinize the motives, or impose their own assumptions. These external judgments can feel heavy, confusing, or even discouraging. Yet, love that is genuine endures, not because it ignores these challenges, but because it acknowledges them and persists. Society is conditioned to categorize relationships in predictable ways. Age, status, background, these factors are often used as benchmarks to determine whether a connection is acceptable. When love defies these conventions, it invites curiosity, suspicion, or disapproval. The couple may hear questions like, "Are you sure this will work?" or "Why would they love you?" Such reactions are not necessarily malicious. They are rooted in social conditioning. Still, they can be difficult to navigate. But here lies the profound truth. Authentic love does not bend to the opinions of others. When someone truly sees you, your mind, your heart, your soul, the connection between you becomes resilient. It thrives not in isolation from judgment, but in spite of it. The challenges imposed by others become a test, not of the relationship itself, but of the commitment, understanding, and authenticity shared between the two people. In facing scrutiny, the relationship strengthens, revealing layers of trust, patience, and perseverance that might otherwise remain dormant. Moreover, Enduring love teaches perspective. The opinions of others are often fleeting, while the experience of being deeply seen and valued endures. Those who criticize may never witness the subtle gestures, the quiet sacrifices, or the emotional intimacy that sustains the bond. They cannot feel the resonance that exists when someone recognizes and accepts the full spectrum of your being. And so, the relationship continues to grow in private spaces of understanding, mutual respect, and emotional depth. There is also a subtle, almost paradoxical beauty in challenges. Confronting external judgment encourages self-reflection. It asks both individuals to consider what truly matters, the noise of the outside world, or the quiet truth of connection that honors and uplifts the soul. This process is transformative. It allows the couple to cultivate a relationship rooted in resilience, self-awareness, and authenticity, qualities that are far more enduring than superficial approval. Ultimately, when a relationship survives the scrutiny of the world, it becomes a testament to the power of genuine love. It demonstrates that love which transcends convention, age, and expectation is not fragile. It is quietly resilient. And in that endurance lies the most profound lesson. When two souls recognize and embrace each other authentically, nothing outside of them can diminish the truth of what they share. Love is often measured in moments, gestures, and words. Yet, the deepest connections transcend these outward expressions. True love resonates on a level that is felt more than it is spoken. It creates subtle echoes within our psyche, emotional vibrations that linger long after a conversation ends, a glance is exchanged, or a shared silence passes. These echoes shape how we perceive ourselves, others, and the very world around us. Emotional resonance is different from mere attraction or infatuation. It is not fleeting or dependent on circumstance. It is the feeling that someone understands you without needing everything explained, that they can meet your unspoken thoughts and intuitions with care and attentiveness. When such resonance exists, the bond feels almost magnetic, quiet, steady, and profoundly grounding. It is in the way they respond to your moods, the way they intuit your silences, and the way their presence alone can shift your inner landscape. The fascinating aspect of this resonance is its subtlety. You may not even notice it at first. It is a gentle hum beneath the surface, a rhythm of understanding and empathy that accumulates over time. A simple word, a knowing glance, or a small act of consideration can trigger waves of recognition and belonging. Slowly, you begin to realize that this love is not transactional, not about obligation or expectation. It is about harmony between two inner worlds. This kind of love also has a profound psychological impact. When someone resonates with you emotionally, it validates your experiences and feelings. It affirms that what you sense and perceive matters. It mirrors back your own value, gently affirming that your emotions are worthy of acknowledgement. Over time, this creates a deep sense of security, allowing you to explore your inner self without fear of judgment or rejection. And yet, the most compelling part of emotional resonance is its ripple effect. It extends beyond the immediate relationship, influencing your interactions with the world, your self-perception, and even your capacity for empathy. You begin to notice subtleties in others, to listen more deeply, and to recognize emotional patterns that were previously invisible. Deep love, in this way, shapes not only the bond between two people but also the inner development of each individual. Ultimately, emotional resonance reminds us that love is not merely a series of actions or words, it is a state of being. It is a frequency that harmonizes two hearts, creating echoes that ripple into every part of life. When someone truly connects with you at this level, age, circumstance, and societal expectation fade into irrelevance. What remains is a profound understanding, a mutual acknowledgement of inner worlds, and the quiet but transformative impact of a love that truly resonates. True love has the power to transform. It is not limited to fleeting emotions or superficial attraction. It penetrates the very core of our being, reshaping the way we perceive ourselves, others, and the world around us. When someone loves you deeply, seeing beyond age, circumstance, or appearance, it creates a ripple effect. The experience changes the way you approach life, relationships, and even your understanding of what is possible in connection. The transformational power of love begins quietly, almost imperceptibly. You start to notice subtle shifts in your perspective. Ordinary moments gain new depth. Everyday interactions take on meaning you may not have recognized before. Love, in this sense, is a lens. It reveals nuances in the world, in people, and within yourself that were previously hidden. Suddenly, you see life not as a series of challenges or limitations, but as a canvas of possibilities. One of the most profound aspects of this transformation is the expansion of emotional capacity. Being seen and accepted in your entirety, the light and the shadows, allows you to feel more fully, to embrace vulnerability without fear. You begin to recognize that love is not about possession, control, or expectation, but about understanding, acceptance, and mutual growth. This realization shifts your relationships with others, teaching patience, empathy, and the ability to honor complexity in human connections. Transformational love also alters self-perception. When someone perceives your inner essence, your value is no longer defined by societal standards, external achievements, or superficial metrics. You begin to acknowledge your inherent worth, your unique strengths, and even the lessons embedded in your weaknesses. Experiencing this kind of love fosters confidence rooted in authenticity rather than performance, allowing you to approach life with a sense of grounded assurance. Moreover, this love invites reflection and introspection. It challenges old beliefs about connection, timing, and social expectation, asking you to reconsider what truly matters. You learn that relationships are not bound by age, status, or convention. They are defined by resonance, understanding, and the willingness to explore the depths of another person's soul. And in this exploration, you are transformed, not only by their love, but by the self-awareness and growth it evokes within you. Ultimately, transformational love leaves a lasting imprint. It reshapes your understanding of connection, teaching that love is both profound and expansive. It changes not only how you relate to one person, but how you engage with life itself, with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to embrace the unseen depths of human experience. In the presence of such love, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the journey of life is colored by a newfound depth of meaning, compassion, and understanding.